Hi, I'm Sedena Cappannelli, and this is Nathan Crane, and this is Higher Ground, and we're completely honored today to be here with Master Mingtong and Grandmother Flordemayo, and I want to tell you a little bit about them. Master Mingtong is an internationally acclaimed master, Qigong master. He's named Qigong Master of the Year by the 13th World Congress for Qigong. He's the founder of the Qi Center, based at the Center for Wisdom Healing Qigong in Santa Fe, New Mexico, where we're sitting right now, in the beautiful Kiva. Mingtong's teachings and healings are shared globally to students and practitioners in workshops and retreats. So Grandmother Flordemayo is a curandera espiritu, a healer of divine spirit. She's a seer, and she's one of the founding members of the International Council of 13 Indigenous Grandmothers. And that's a prestigious group of female elders that are drawn from around the world. She's also founder of The Path and the Heritage Seed Project, and so much more. So welcome, we're so glad that you're here with us, bringing us to higher ground.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. No, this is an honor. It's such a blessing
We're
to
so
be sitting with both
to
of
be
you.
Here, really here with all of you together.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I want to start the first question with you, Master Mingtong. First, I just want to say you were a part of the first Higher Ground live event that was recorded in Santa Fe.
I remember it well from Israel.
Yes, you Skyped in from Israel and
Yes.
shared some wonderful wisdom and practice that people can do. And so yeah, we're grateful to be here at your center, Qi Center here. And really the first question I have for you is, from your perspective, from your teachings and experience, what would you share with people to live a more balanced and clear and joyful life right now with all of the challenges that may be going on around the world?
Yes, I think the first words came to me right now, this moment is connection. It's like, what do you want to connect? Not only who do you want to connect, what do you want to connect? What is important for you? So the practice of wisdom healing Qigong is really learning to connect with yourself to begin with, especially connecting your own body, mind-body connection. I feel that is one of the greatest challenges of humanity for the time on the planet Earth right now. So on one hand, we want to make more connection with the Earth planet, but without the connection with ourselves, the body, earthly body here, it's really difficult to make any connection with anything else. We're just still in this mental dimension, mental story of history, problems, issue, right, wrong, that struggle, this mental stress, and then creating a vicious cycle for more stress in the body. So how to connect internally with your own body, with your own heart, with your own energy, and allow yourself really finding the center inside of you. So one of the practice is really accessing the energy of your heart. So now when we're making the sound, Shin, the heart awakening, the energy of your heart awakening. So the bigger the energy of the heart opening, then the greater joy you're going to feel, experience right inside.
So you can feel that vibrating in your chest. And I mean, me sitting here across from you, and everyone watching, I'm sure, can feel that vibrating.
Yeah.
So I know for a lot of people, the mind-body connection is, in a lot of cases, because they don't feel like they have the scientific validation in their own understanding of it or whatever, that it may just be another airy-fairy kind of concept, but at the same time, when you just do that practice right there, you feel it.
Yeah.
So that tells you something, right?
Yeah.
You're feeling something. What is that you're feeling?
It's the key is direct experience. Maybe scientific information, research validation is important for the intellectual mind. So here the practice going to your heart is feeling it. No matter what other people tell you, feel it for yourself. That's the connection with yourself first. Yeah, not depending on other people's, the policy, the structure, the power struggle and so on, connecting the inner power inside of you. So what I'm feeling is this warmness of the heart. When making the sound, the warmness of heart. From this warmness, the energy also opening up, and this feeling of joy. It's almost like this embodiment of joy. Does not depend on the concept story here. It's right here. And then come out of this is the energy. This energy, the life forces. That's where we started, grown with that's how we born. This life energy become this human being, embodied form of human being. This energy is still there. So this energy is awakening when we do the sound. The vibration, as artists, as a musician, we all know how powerful the sound is. So this is allow you to tap into yourself. You don't have to be artist, musician. You can do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, doesn't matter how physically you feel challenged, whatever diagnosis might be, whatever age it might be. When you make the sound, you start to feel better. When you're feeling better, you're making a better world.
So what you're saying is you're awakening that within yourself, which you're implying that in all of us or most of us, there's something that's dormant. Exactly. There's something that, because I know for me, 12 years ago, I started realizing, there's something inside of me that I didn't realize was there before, and started expanding and continually expanding that. But for people that don't realize, there is something dormant inside of you,
This connection. We have not been trained that. We have not been acknowledged enough. We have not been really cultivated enough. Yeah. So
what would you say that's dormant in people, that needs to be awakened?
It's energy. Simply put it, energy. Yeah. Grandmother used the word spirit. Yeah, awakening inside of you. Yeah. I use the words energy. Maybe make it a little bit more accessible for everyone. It's also a sense, my interpretation of that is the energy is linking the spiritual dimension, the essence of who we are, as well as the practical dimension, in this case the body, the earth, the elements, and the health, and all that function.
I know when I was much younger, back in 1990, I discovered Qigong, and I had that feeling that you had. There was just something so wrong, and I knew I needed to have help. And I literally would have stood on my head, lit candles and chanted whatever you asked me to do come back to whatever this was that I felt was lacking, was missing. And it really did that for me. And the more I practice with you, Mingtong, the more your practices are so deep that, it's like it just keeps opening and opening. And I want to touch on something you've already kind of answered a little bit, and then we're going to go to you, Flordemayo, is, there's just a lot of conflict and confusion and divisiveness in our world right now. And what we think is that people literally need to come to higher ground. That it's time not just to weather this, but to also come in. How would you say that we could come in and to our own energy within that we're talking about and prosper spiritually, physically, emotionally, in all ways? Just some other keys to that.
Is I have to come back to the same place again, the energy, the life force, the source energy, continuously able yourself taking care of yourself, nourishing yourself, and connecting yourself in the greater, picture, great existence of light beyond our simple, beyond our day, everyday kind of struggle. So, empower yourself from that place. Whatever the spiritual tradition might be, making a deep connection more purposely. The world needs healing now. So my, framework, I enjoy so much and share with everybody is looking at the world, everything, including the struggle, as part of the healing process. So when we are struggling, we feel more empowered and inspired to make a difference, but from the place of healing. So whatever happening historically complex, what's happening is complex. But if you experience it more energetically in the healing dimension, can be very simple, can be very accessible. So any moment when you open the energy of your heart, you're healing the wound, you're healing the historical hurts. You're healing the trauma. You're healing the violence that has happening over ages on the planet Earth. So in that way, you're contributing. And not only to healing of yourself, but healing of others, healing of humanity, healing of the planets.
Because healing yourself,
So
you're
beautiful.
contributing to the collective
Exactly,
vibration, the collective
Absolutely.
energy of the planet.
Exactly.
So the biggest thing you can do is work on yourself, heal yourself,
Exactly.
open
It all
the energy
comes
within
back.
yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not the only
Yes.
thing you can do, because this is the foundation. If you can do that, the rest come.
Yep,
Rest come.
that's
Yeah.
so
you
beautiful.
even you're projecting the energy, when the body can hardly move anymore, but your heart can keep open, your mind can be open, so you can project in the energy out through prayers, through visualization, through any practice you feel confident, emanating that healing energy to the planet Earth. So that energy of the Earth is really collective mix, of all of us. So anything we put into this field, contributing to the function, to well-being.
Beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
And I know we both can sense that you have so much to share, to add to this
We
conversation.
can hardly wait.
Yes, and we're excited to hear your thoughts on the same subject.
Yeah.
It goes back to oneself. We can't do anything without first acknowledging, and we embrace ourselves, and we bring ourselves into that place of love. Because by experiencing this, then we become natural vessels of the light. So through this, I have a grandmother lullaby that I'm going to share with everybody.
Oh, yay. I
Yay.
love that.
So this is a gentle way of bringing yourself into a place of love, which we all need. And this I received from my mother, and she received it from her mother. And it's a place where if you are in fear, if you are happy, if you're like in joy, if you're distressed, if you're angry, if you're like just are so divided with everything that's going on around you, you can come back and center yourself. So I'm going to share this with everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So we embrace our heart. And basically what we're doing is, it is the hands of the mother that is holding us. Whether it's your mother, your grandmother, your auntie, your sister, it doesn't matter. It's all of that. We allow ourselves to become one with the healing energy, with the love and the healing energy that is present within us. It is always there, but we're bringing that memory back into our being. We could rock ourselves. We could smile to the Creator. We could think of all of those things and bring it into your heart. And know that it's going to be all right, that it's going to be okay. Regardless of what it is that is in our minds right now. It's between ourselves. and all of the beauty that is around us. Ourselves and all creation. We're the children of the earth. When the beloved mother was making her earthly children, all of the children and all of the little critters around the earth, she hummed when she was making us. How beautiful that is. Let's make the connection. Let's extend our umbilicus to back to the mother. Becoming one between the earth and the heavens, because we are both terrestrial children and celestial children. Blessed be, beloved mother, blessed be. Thank you.
Oh, that was so soothing. I'm crying. That was beautiful. I think we all needed that, huh? You out there
That's all it
listening?
takes. You know,
It's like being rocked as a child with your mother.
I
And
was-
we can do it for ourselves.
I was just going to say, imagine every parent, you know, with their children, and they're 2 years, 5
Yeah.
years, 7, 8 years, and doing that with them. What a-
Yeah.
I mean, because that's one of the issues that we're facing, especially with a lot of the younger generation now, right? Is and all generations really for many years of people growing up not feeling like they've
They're
been loved,
loved.
and not
Yeah.
feeling
Yeah.
like they are
Yeah.
cared for,
Yeah.
or for any number of
Not
reasons.
good enough
Right,
is
right.
the big...
But so what you just demonstrated though is that we don't even need somebody to do that to us.
Yeah.
We can do
We
it
are-
to we can do it for
We start
ourselves,
for
right?
ourselves, yeah.
Yeah, and
The thing that I remembered as a child, my mom was always very insistent that we understood deep down inside of us that everything was perfect.
Oh.
Everything was perfect, regardless of what happened. My mom used 2 words. She would say, "It's perfect, it's good." And then she would say, "Indifferent." I never knew as a child what the word indifferent meant.
Wow.
But if I fell off the tree and was really hurt, and I'm trying to recuperate from that, okay? Maybe I'm thinking that it's my sister's fault, my friend's fault, somebody else's fault, okay? My mom would take the occasion and say to me, "Daughter, you're having an indifferent moment." So it wasn't like a big deal. And then you thought, I'm having an indifferent moment. And you got over it. And you do get over it, you know, because it's perfect.
Because
you know?
her message
The
was, it's
indifferent
perfect.
moment, it's a perfect moment because you're learning something. Maybe at 5 years old, I don't have any business climbing up the mango tree, you know. I don't have any business doing that.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're constantly learning.
Yeah.
So these are the words that I remember as growing up, sharing them with my children and grandchildren,
Yeah.
and bringing something into a place of understanding, and not, you know, just taking ourselves out into the deep end, but embracing it at the moment before it spirals,
Yes.
and taking it and accepting it, becoming one with it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Go to the next moment of your life.
Coming back to your heart.
Yeah,
And coming back to what you both have
Yeah.
said about coming back to yourself.
coming back.
You
Yeah.
can come back to yourself instead of fragmented, you know, feel like lost, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And you're fine. All is well, all is well. It's like we say, how la? All is well in the absolute sense. Life is perfect its own way. Then same time, you can do whatever you can to improve your function, to learn and so on. So it's like getting better. Different way of even learning the lesson. Even in this case, looking at the child falling down the tree, maybe that's also the way for the child able to get up. Or suddenly able to learn how to climb a tree more effectively.
Great willpower.
So all these options, we can learn. Just know just one particular formula, so to speak.
Right.
So that's be in the moment, allow you to learn, so many different lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The key is to embrace it in the moment.
Yeah.
Not let it go
Yeah.
for a day, 2 days, a week, a
Then
year.
write a big book about it.
15 years. 15 years.
Right, you carry that.
Carry it and then write a book about it.
Right.
Nathan said, I'm sorry, Nathan.
Go ahead.
You said earlier something that just hit me, that just makes me smile, that these amazing traditions and wisdom the two of you carry are so intertwined and balanced, as you said. It's so intertwined and beautiful. And actually all the same.
We're speaking the same thing.
You're speaking the same thing with a different, I just love that.
And thousands of miles apart in
That's
culture,
right.
and dating back thousands of years
We didn't talk
in
to each
history as well.
Right.
But
the
it-
simplicity of this wisdom, and also this is like, really, if you look at every culture, have this wisdom there. So now it's time, say, we can reconnect that same wisdom, deeper wisdom inside of us.
Time to unify.
Exactly,
people.
Time
We've
to
been, focus on the difference so much. Now we can focus on the sameness.
Yes.
Yeah. Even between the ancient time, now there's sameness to it.
Right.
Yeah. Between different culture, there's sameness to
Right.
it. Between different tradition, there's sameness to it. So from that, we can discover what is the essence of life, being true human being.
Right.
Right. And I think also being aware that for whatever reason, it seems that there are maybe some people that benefit from us being divided, benefit from a left and a right always fighting, benefit from us paying attention to our differences and fighting over it, because it benefits a certain number of people in a lot of ways, in power, in economics, in the ability to make changes on a global scale. And I think being aware of that first is that, when you're watching the media, you're watching the news, you're seeing what's happening a lot, that's a lot of information continuing to try to divide us. And so recognizing that, and then deciding to tune it out, right? And then paying attention to, like you said, what are our similarities? What are the things that bring us together, that unify us, so that we can create this harmony, harmony between factions or even completely opposing beliefs, but we don't have to fight each other, right? Just because we believe something different.
I'm thinking I was using similar words. This is for high ground, and it will be common ground. Finding the common ground.
Yes.
From there, we can reach to the high ground.
Yes.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
That's perfect. It's a perfect way to end.
Yeah.
We're coming to higher ground, and we're coming back to ourselves, as you both had said. And I love the last comment about, we have these two wise people here with us. And it's time, I think, in our world to come back to the wisdom keepers. All of our ancestors who taught us so much. And as you said, in every tradition, there's wisdom. So find that, and the wisdom is also within us. So to connect with that. So we're thrilled. Thank you for your
thank
time
you so much.
and
This
your
is
beautiful
beautiful.
words.
Yes.
Really.
Thank you.
Thank you all out there.
Thank you.
We appreciate you listening.
Yeah. How
la.
And again, that means all is well
and getting
better and better. And getting better. All is well and getting better.
Yes.
Remember that.
How la, everyone. Many blessings.
episodes.